Bayside High is back. If you didn't know, That's So Raven premiered back in 2003 and followed Raven, a psychic teenager, and her friends Eddie and Chelsea. In 2007, there was a spin-off, Corey in the House, that followed Raven's brother Corey and their dad Victor. And most recently, there was the spin-off Raven's Home that premiered in 2017. In season 1 of Raven's Home, Raven and Chelsea are both single mothers and live with their children in an apartment in Chicago. Raven married her high school crush Devon, and they have 11-year-old twins, a boy Booker and a girl Nia, with Booker inheriting Raven's psychic ability. Chelsea was married to a guy named Garrett, and they have a 9-year-old son, Levi. Their neighbor Tess, who was best friends with Nia, was also a part of the main cast. The first 4 seasons of the show followed their adventures in Chicago, but season 5 that premiered in March is changing things up. Nia, Tess, Chelsea, and her son Levi are not part of the main cast, and instead we see Booker and Raven moving to San Francisco. In episode 1 of the season, Victor has a mild heart attack, leaving Raven and Booker to head to San Francisco from Chicago. Booker meets new cast members Alice, Raven's young cousin, who is also a young genius, along with new friends Neil and Ivy. Although season 5 is not done, we already have seen a lot of connections to the original series, so first let's start with Alice. If you remember in That's So Raven, there was a 2-part episode, Country Cousins, where Raven goes to visit her family out in the country, and in that episode we meet some of Raven's extended family, including her cousin Betty Jane. Well, Betty Jane turns out to be the mother of Alice. Alice moved to live with Victor to go to a special school for geniuses. We can expect to see Betty Jane return, however, in the episode A Country Cousin Christmas, where Alice's family comes to visit for Christmas. Next up is Raven's enemy, Alana. While at Bayside High, Booker goes through typical high school feelings and develops a crush on a girl named Cammy. Cammy gets Booker to go to the principal's office to steal back her phone, but he is caught by the principal, who turns out to be Cammy's mom, as well as Alana Rivera. In That's So Raven, Alana was the leader of the Mean Girl crew that consisted of Lola and Muffy before she is sent to military school in season 3. Alana and Raven were often at odds as they both had a crush on Devon, and ultimately Raven caused Alana to fall into paint, as well as getting gum into her hair. Alana has a reoccurring role in the series. Alana and Raven are really back to their old ways, they don't like each other, and they are not too happy about their kids dating each other. The settings from Raven's home are also a throwback to the original series. We see the same layout of the house in That's So Raven, Bayside High, and also the Chill Grill. We even get to see Raven's old bedroom in the attic, which Victor uses as a gym. But we still see elements of Raven's old room, such as the hot pink door, neon green railing, and fashion design props. As far as characters go, there is one particular interesting callback, and that is to Mr Petritelli. Mr. Petritelli was Raven's mean teacher who liked to call on students who didn't have their hands up and embarrass them. She mouths off to him in the episode Mother Dearest, and then when Mr. Petritelli requests a parent-teacher conference, Raven comes up to the school disguised as her mom. In the Raven's Home episode The Revenge of Mr. Petritelli is back in the form of his son, who is Booker's history teacher, and he must get an A on his midterm to get Victor's car. However, Booker cracks under pressure as Raven pushes him to study hard, knowing Mr. Petritelli's history. Just like his mom, Booker comes up disguised as Victor to get another chance to take the test, but he is quickly caught. Another cool nod to the original as well was when Booker was getting dressed for school and he wears a similar outfit to one Raven sported back in the original. Season 5 is still airing new episodes, so we can expect a lot more. One exciting guest star that has been announced is none other than Raven's mother, Tanya Baxter. Tanya makes her last appearance in season 3 of That's So Raven and leaves to England to attend law school. The actress who portrayed Tanya, Takia Crystal Kima, left the show to care for her grandmother. Takia appeared on ET and confirmed that she will be making an appearance on the season 5 finale to celebrate Victor's 60th birthday. That's all for this video. Subscribe to stay up to date with all things Raven's Home and more cartoon and television news.